It is pretty difficult to imagine yourself sitting in a courtroom being sentenced for a crime you didn't commit. I would imagine it would be even more baffling and difficult to imagine serving years and years of time in prison, completely aware that the person who actually committed the crime is walking free. Now, imagine claiming your innocence for years upon years and finally you're exonerated and you get to walk free. Now, this scenario seems extremely difficult to believe and quite terrifying, but it has happened to 362 people as of January of 2019. This can all be accredited to the Innocence Project. Hundreds of innocent human beings have lost their lives serving time in prison, and the trauma felt during that time, whether it be mental or physical, is not one that should be shaken off lightly. Although they have won the battle for their freedom, they now face the battle of their life after exoneration. The mental health state of someone who has undergone such traumatic experiences should not be neglected. And due to this, I believe there should be a reform implemented to give every exonerated person free mental health therapy with the mental therapist of their choosing. Adrian Grant, in Psychological Consequences of Wrongful Convictions and Imprisonment, implemented a study on 18 men. These 18 men were wrongfully convicted in the United Kingdom, and he was looking to analyze their mental stability as well as their mental state. The issues they were facing were similar to those of war veterans, things such as post-traumatic stress disorder and different kinds of anxiety disorders, as well as mood disorders. 12 of these men were battling these disorders. 12 out of the 18. All this due to their experience with the legal system. Now, not only are these individuals suffering with all these internal problems, they are also being put into society quite abruptly and are taking in a lot more stimuli than they were for years. That, in and of itself, can be quite stressful. But for someone struggling with their mental health, it can become even more difficult. Being reintegrated into society is difficult, and according to Burnett in Restorative Justice and Wrongful Convictions, it is an extremely lengthy process to go through. A great example of this is Ricky Jackson. Ricky Jackson is the person with the longest incarceration time before being exonerated. He served a total of 39 years, 3 months, and 9 days in prison for a crime that he did not commit. He himself, once he was freed, spoke about how overpowered he was with the stimuli and how it affected his life. Luckily, the outlook on his life completely changed to a more positive light. Due to the cases such as Ricky Jackson's and the hundreds of other cases that have been held by the Innocence Project, I believe that each and every individual that has been exonerated should receive therapy with the therapist of their choosing for free, no matter how long it takes, whether it takes the whole rest of their life or a couple of years. Additionally, this should not be included into the monetary compensation they receive either. The integration into society wouldn't be as overpowering if they had someone to help and talk to along their journey into the next part of their life, and the mental health issues they face would be relieved with this kind of therapy. I do understand that although idealistically this sounds wonderful because of the hardships these individuals have faced, I am aware that this would cost money and therapists don't work for free. This would be the biggest issue for this reform. But in summation, I believe the mental health of individuals who were wrongfully convicted should not be taken lightly. It should be taken extremely serious, and it should be aided in order to help them into the next area of their life.